Hey man, need help with the signal interceptor? This thing is gonna be huge. We'll finally learn about what... Hey man, need help with... signal interceptor? This thing is gonna be huge. We'll find...
You. Well, I suppose we can do business.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
A bit of everything.
We can talk about guns, or maybe you want to consider something more up close and personal.
I'll take a look, sure.
Something for...
Want to do something fun? Run the bases.
Desdemona.
Work with Tom. We'll do anything we can to support you.
Desdemona.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot?
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths.
Right.
Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him. So we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
How can I contact him if you know nothing about him?
Patriot devised a method to communicate with us one way. The plan hinges on us using this method to close the loop and contact him back.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
How do I infiltrate them?
You're going to have to sell them a lie. It's best to stick as close to the truth as possible. And you're gonna have to think on your feet. We don't know.
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice. So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths, about the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it. You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RL. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now.
wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here
I
now.
don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity, and the goal. So they followed the best example thus far.
Human synths? Really?
Human. The Institute endeavored. Plenty of that was available, of course. Even in their attempts to but then the Institute. I was exactly what they needed. I am their father. Through science, we are fed.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything
Your father. He never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to him was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems what happened to him was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking, but what else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond. He never failed, I won't lie. What else can I...
Right. So, you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent the Institute.
But... director? Why you?
I was the most qualified. I've lived my... Ultimately, just... I know there's more for us. The Institute is on the verge of some important... I've been a part of something amazing here. And now...
You want me to stay here, in the Institute?
Yes. That is what I... The Institute can provide a better... You've been in the Commonwealth.
I don't know what to do.
I realize that. I hope that you can see. I simply ask, we really do have you. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it.
Sure.
You want to introduce yourself to the division heads, Dr. Fillmore, and finally Dr. Lee.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
I don't know. Most of them have lasted
I'll
long
take a look.
past their
Sure.
projected life. Lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that.
You're here. Is it
Glad you made
true
it.
food supplement
All
77
systems
has been
nominal.
discontinued?
That is correct.
You can return
That was
to
my
me.
favorite
Thank you,
one.
ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
Trinity? What's that?
Trinity is an encryption system with a cipher, or key cut up into many pieces. You need several pieces in the correct order to unlock. I put a Trinity piece with every synth I helped escape. It was a long shot, but I was hoping some good Samaritan would connect it all together.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
How did you help the synths escape?
Through hacking. The departments focus their best talents on hard science. Why waste time on terminal security, right? The SRB is the exception, and unfortunately, they control which synths go to the surface. But a forged work order from, let's say, bioscience can get a hand-picked synth on surface detail. And it turns out the railroad was waiting for them. Wow.
You've saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Z-114, it's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated their lives to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z1. She's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
What do you need help with?
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Greetings, ma'am.
You had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand...
Hi, Doc.
I wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must be
Clayton
close to 10
Holder,
years old by now.
head of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that
I
any child
can't
can
wait for you to see
survive
the
for
work
so
we're
long
doing.
up there, don't you think?
It's truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the bioscience, our most important directive, To that, we've even... You probably saw...
Seems like there's...
With hard work,
Sure.
I'm sure I've taken up enough...
I'm an outsider. Would there even be a...
Even if science isn't our project, from what I've... In any case, I imagine you'll want to...
You mentioned medical care?
In that case, he's our top... Dr. Volker, you won't find...
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I...
We're all looking forward to working with you.
To knock some heads together.
What now?
Hi there. They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Please don't.
So,
There's enough friction
here
as it
you
is
are.
between us
Justin Ayo,
and pretty much all
acting
the other
director
departments.
of the city. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a... Despite your relation to... I'm sure you understand.
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. The first outsider to be allowed access. It's nothing personal. Now, Father has asked that our primary responsibility is the recovery.
If the synths want to be free...
Synths do not want. As to why they're escaping, our main instrument is the Corsairs hunt. They are highly self-sufficient.
Sure.
But I gather you know. In fact,
Why does it matter?
if there is some defect, I suppose. Now, unless you need.
Right. I'd like to...
Fine. Once a Corsair, we then begin. In those cases, all too often.
Operating at full capacity.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just
Excuse
doing it
me,
for fun.
Doctor? Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, yes, I know who you are.
Don't worry. I promise I won't...
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Corsair chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access, in case the significance is lost. If nothing else, it should... Now, unless there's something else,
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are...
Sure.
I'm sorry, I don't socialize.
Our technology must seem pretty advanced by your standards.
Hey, Doc.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie.
Right.
When Father told us about you, I could hardly... If you don't mind my asking.
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the facilities division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls.
Sure.
The work we do. So, now...
On board with what?
The Institute, of course. Sean implied you operate.
If there's anything else you'd like to know...
Who built this place, originally? Has it been here long?
The construction of the Institute, the original over time, their sons and daughters dug deeper into the... It's a process. Just think what this...
Hey, it's Charmer. Charmer's back.
Oh, thank God.
Woo! CJ, as I told you, the molecular stabilization matrix held.
Funny, you didn't sound certain yesterday. It is really, really good to see you. Did it work? Did you make it inside the Institute?
You thought I died?
I saw you disintegrate right before my eyes. Then the whole... Tom insisted you dematerialized in time. But Tom... I've never been happier to tell Tom.
I met with the leader of the Institute.
What? Wasn't he just a little boy?
After they took him from me, they froze me in cryo.
Instead of being on ice for a few years, it's a few decades instead. The Institute's really done a number on you. Besides meeting your boy, did you meet Patriot too? Did Tom's holotape work?
I met Patriot. His name is Liam Benet.
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you picked up in there. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll analyze it and figure out the next step. Get to it.
Pam wants to talk with you. She's in back. When running synths out of the wealth, wastelanders can be a bigger problem than even the Institute.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated
Sure. What can you tell me about Cambridge Polymer?
Cambridge Polymer Labs, LLC. The region is...
After you get the password report back here. With any luck, we'll have a game plan by then.
You really walked... The Freedom Trail?
Half of you know this already, but something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related, but the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, she made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did she find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of. So get it done.
I suppose
Excellent
you're here
work.
for my medical services.
I got the
see
Code
what's wrong
Defender
with you
password
today.
for Patriot.
Excellent work. On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
Is that even possible?
Hopefully, Patriot's core escape plan will scale up. If it can't, well, we'll deal with it as it comes. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is man. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Z1 seems capable of that.
We always thought Patriot was the savior of the synths. But it may be more accurate to say that Z1 is. As much as we owe Patriot, if he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him, and good luck. We're all with you.
Pam wants you. She explained why, but I couldn't figure it out. Bet you never met a synth before Glory. Glad you're with us.
Pardon me.
You must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I have made arrangements. I can get the 13 we discussed into position. But, tell me, do you think Mr. Benet's plan will work?
You having second thoughts?
I'd risk anything for my people. Mr. Benet is many.
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. But enough to... Yes. But we should be prepared for...
All people want.
I admire Mr. Benet.
Sure.
I will talk to my...
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to
You
report,
get me
sir.
what we talked
I
about,
carried out my duties.
and I'm in business.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal. You know
Liam,
you are not
I got you your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming. Even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
But I swear it's not what it sounds like. I was cleaning the terminal and it
This is
was
a
done by mistake.
delicate operation. Are you okay if we have to use violence?
Good question. If we find ourselves in that position, we pull the plug and wait for another opportunity. We can't risk anyone's life over this.
You don't want me to tell
Would it be possible to rescue more synths?
Those 13 synths are the only ones we're sure we can trust. If we push our luck and get the wrong synth involved, the whole thing could unravel.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, I need a favor. Z-114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update? It's safer if you do it.
Do you require anything?
C1?
I have nothing to report at the moment. Have a nice day. I asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting begins, many others will join us. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we have weapons. A lot of them. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately, we're missing a few critical ingredients.
What ingredients?
Gunpowder, laser focusing crystals, and a couple other things.
Couldn't we just steal some weapons?
All munitions are tightly guarded by the SRB. Even if we managed to take some, it would certainly be noticed. And surprise is essential to everything.
Go on.
The Institute's always expanding. Excavation just completed on one of the sublevels. The mining equipment has been packed into crates and they haven't been moved yet. That equipment has everything we need. And thanks to Mr. Binet, the construction crew is populated solely by my friends. But they're under constant supervision. How do you feel about killing some guards?
Who's guarding them?
A good number of early model synths. Will that be a problem?
I'll do it, if it's necessary.
We could come up with no other way. After you eliminate the guards, we'll move the supplies and blow up the tunnels behind us. To the SRB, it will be a tragic construction accident that killed many synths. And then, our dead friends can assemble the weapons we need. Good luck.
Yes. Got it. That's it.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit in the AO.
That's it. Sweet. Got it. I'm in.
Personal record, Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me?
This is Dr. Elliot reporting for the Bioscience Division. March 22-24. We just received another batch of subjects. But as my previous report stated, we're at an impasse here. two most promising strains of FEV have been adapted to an ideal state, but we're still missing something. I am officially echoing the team's position. The most likely progress for our research on synthetic organics requires new avenues of exploration. Additional Commonwealth subjects will not help. It's the same problem across the board: exposure to too much radiation. We need someone new. There's a proposal we'll be putting forward. I am not entirely comfortable with it, but it seems the best course.
Well, I'm glad to see the relay didn't completely vaporize you.
The interceptor worked. It was rough, but it worked.
Amazing. And what about the serum? Did you find the serum?
I've got it right here.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Let's see. Retrovirus has matured nicely. Density gradient is high. Recombinant counter-intron sequences look stable. Transcriptive exon strands have formed.
That's good.
It is. But there's only one way to know if it works. All right. Here we go. And now, we wait.
How long will it take?
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever been tried before. I'm going to rest for a while. I'm back in a few days, maybe a week, and... well, I guess we'll see. In any event, you kept your end of our bargain. Thank you.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for
Sir,
him.
we've had another situation. A code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. But in the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
If you see anything even remotely suspicious, report it immediately. This absolutely cannot happen again. Got it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
What others call complaining, I call critical thinking and challenging assumptions.
Sensor anomaly detected.
Engaging.
Sustaining.
My programming
I am the victim of violence. Destruction of fellow synth verified. Reporting status. All functions normal.
Please direct all inquiries to G981.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Initiating.
Initiating self-defense.
Primary sensor critically damaged.
Head wound. Head wound.
My programming allows me to terminate you in self-defense. Sustaining damage. I have sustained a head wound.
You have done your part, and we'll do ours. Weapon construction will begin immediately.
Have any problems?
There's been no alarm. My friends have all the time they need to get what they want, then cover their tracks.
Any news about Liam?
Liam's got his terminal working. When the time is right, we have someone who can operate it. I'll stall Liam as long as I can, but he's anxious to proceed with the old plan. You should avoid him if you can. If he had any idea what we're up to, I fear he'd report us.
This is a good start.
The greatest challenge remaining is keeping all of this secret from the SRB. So we're being very careful, which, unfortunately, takes time. For now, please continue working with Father. We can't afford for him to grow suspicious. When my people are ready, I will contact you.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
First things first. How do I get back to the surface?
The same way you got in, of course. You are not a prisoner here. You may come and go as you please. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad will deal with... Now you should get moving.
Des has something urgent for you.
We've got an emergency. Glory spotted a courser near Dayton's safe house. Normally, we go to ground at the first sign of a courser. We hide deep, we hide long, until we know we're safe. But we can't abandon your infiltration of the Institute. So we're staying.
All that if you spot a single courser?
It sounds extreme, but we've paid dearly for that bit of wisdom. Every time a courser is spotted, death and destruction follows.
Can I lend a hand?
Yes. Ticonderoga safe house has gone dark, and I need you to check it out. Hopefully this is a milk run. But if you do find a courser there, kill it. If there's no survivors, then your cover remains intact.
Is this really worth risking my cover?
Glory needs to evacuate Dayton, and you're the only other heavy we have. And if we don't use you now, soon there won't be any railroad left.
I'll head out.
Good luck. Glory, pick your team.
I could use the dock. Mr. Smiley. Me too.
Intruder identified. This is a restricted area. Your arrival wasn't in the mission briefing. This irregularity will be reported to Justin Ao.
You know who I am, so tell me, what are you doing here?
Intelligence indicated this is a railroad base. Perimeter breached and all hostile. Currently maintaining surveillance.
I didn't mean to stumble into your operation.
Explanation deemed improbable.
Cut the power. Now!
Engaging.
Your termination is inevitable. Terminating with extreme prejudice.
Bingo.
Your destruction is inevitable. Commencing termination of organic life form. Gone. Please come out. There you are, initiated. I am the victim.
You must be terrified.
Got it.
Combat subroutine. Eliminating all hostiles.
Statistically speaking, your survival is improbable. Now I understand. You are hiding because you fear death.
Assessment. You must die. Please lower your weapon. Following Institute Protocol. Eliminating hostile. I will limit the pain I inflict, if possible. Stealth capabilities. Fascinating. Targeting. I regret any suffering you may incur. It would appear my target has disappeared. Found you. Shutting down. Calculating most efficient attack. Critical failure.
Yes.
Your existence.
Based off what Deacon said, I expect great things from you.
Pam?
Ticonderoga was wiped
She's
out
in
by
back.
coursers. No survivors.
All hands lost? God damn it, that's not the news I wanted to hear. Now we're in a race. Can we free the synths before the Institute wipes us out?
There must be some way to slow them down.
All non-essential operations have already been shut down. Unless we abandon the synths we pledged to protect, there's nothing more we can do. With Tycon down, we're short-handed. If you could spare time from your primary mission, the others could probably use some help.
Guess I'll keep hoping. What the hell happened? Found. Just drop, will you? I've got things to do. We've got hostiles. There's someone else here.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, ma'am. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
What do we know about this synth, Gabriel?
Designation B592 is holed up in the shack on top of the upended cargo ship. He's probably got his best fighters with him, so we should plan on heavy So, are you ready to go in?
I can handle these raiders on my own.
I have no reason to doubt that, ma'am. If you take on that synth, I'll be right there with you.
This is bullshit.
My orders are to help you capture the synth in Libertalia. I'll be waiting there when you're ready. You'll regret this.
I know you're here.
I got him! We're losing people! I'll find you! Stubborn, I'll give you that. What the hell?
Playing games with me, huh?
Nice try. When will they learn?
Getting tired yet? Need some cover fire over here.
I'm already bored.
Gotta reload sometime.
Sweet.
Disappearing act, huh?
Yes.
Oh man, come back! I was having fun!
I can't see! Should have just run!
Give up now, I'll make it quick.
How much you got left?
That's it. That's it.
Thought I heard something move. Didn't even break a sweat.
know you're here.
I think we're being shadowed. Guess it was nothing. Come on out and let's get this over with. Sloppy bad aim. This won't take long.
Hell no!
Feel that? It's called shooting straight, rookie. Shit! Lost him. Only a fucking coward hides. Aw, man, come back! I was having fun! When you turn up, you're dead. Open fire!
Still kicking?
Ah!
Jesus.
Nice. Perfect.
Hold up a moment, ma'am. There's something important I need to tell you.
What is it?
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset his cognitive processes and make him docile. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset, followed by the authorization code Gamma 71 Epsilon. Once he's shut down, I can transport him safely back to the Institute.
What do you mean by reset his cognitive processes?
Put more simply, the recall code will render him unconscious even while he's still standing. That's all, ma'am.
There we go. Got it. Nice.
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear, I'm
Very
gonna guess you
impressive.
two are agents of the
Just
Institute.
like me.
So, made it to the
Tell
top.
me, is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder?
B592 initialize factory reset. Authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
Boss? Are you okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did something to him! Mal!
Wait.
Oh. Ain't nothing!
I think we're good. Nice work, ma'am. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
Nice.
Mankind redefined. It's catchy, isn't it?
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand.
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a possible threat. We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind. But enough about that. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. While you were away, you'll find all the basic necessities, as well as... Go and have a look. I think you'll...
It must make you proud to see all that Father has done. All that he has built.
Your presence here is a great gift. Not just to Father, but to all of us.
Your quarters are just inside, ma'am. When you're finished here, ma'am, Father wants to see you.
Rushed work is sloppy at best, and deadly at worst.
Pam wants you. She explained why, but I couldn't figure it out.
High-Rise was a good man. So many good men.
Desdemona.
With coursers in play, if you get a mission to protect a synth, come armed to the teeth. This isn't the Railroad's darkest hour. We will make it through.
Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
That's a loaded question. What's been stolen from you?
Institute property is not often taken from us. We cannot react lightly when it happens. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
What happened? What have they done?
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
I'm not sure why you'd bother.
Aside from taking back our property, we must teach them a lesson, as it were, and quickly at that. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
There better be something in this.
I assure you, there will be a courser waiting for you near Bunker.
Pam needs you in her room.
If you need something, take it. That's what it's there for.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
How much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. So what would we lose? 4 synths? Stockton? Some of our best agents? We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But we wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them, hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
With me working the inside angle, this is doable.
We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone, and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a courser escort. You'll have to take them down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Well, this will be an interesting challenge.
It's a risk, but it's one we have to take.
Right?
Up top, you gotta be careful. Never know when you're being watched.
You might want to flush your system with Radaway before your hair falls out.
I've been waiting for you.
Watch your tone, Synth.
Next time, move faster. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely we move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with... The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Upper Hill is ours!
Please stand still. Combat initiated.
Engaging hostile platform. Attacking enemy.
You crazy?
Targeting sensors fully operational.
Shit, you're still here.
Come here! Let me end your suffering! Damn it!
Right here! Hey! Damn it! Where'd you go?
Move, move, move! Taking damage!
Whoever
Still
or
alive.
whatever you are,
Fascinating.
I know you are
Taking
okay.
fire! Need backup!
Shoot to kill!
I've been looking for you.
No, I've got money. It's yours if you let me go.
You're safe, okay? I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, God, thank you.
Taking damage! Ad Victoria!
Excuse me.
You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
You're out in the open! How many bullets I got left? Shit! Coward.
Head down! We got action!
Do you have some sort of medical...
Time to die!
What's that? What?
By
Who's there?
order of the Institute, you must be destroyed.
Gonna be a good fight! Killed you! Oh, oh! No more games. Time to die. Do it! Scream! Scream for mercy! Ah! 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 Wounded! Oh!
Targeting sensors fully operational.
Gone now. Pity. Annoyed. No fight today. Out there, somewhere. Here, human. Got a treat for you! Ah!
Sweet.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, to not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Why let me out now? After all this time.
Well, that's hard to explain. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. An experiment of sorts. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me.
Sean, you need to know.
I can see that you do. Soon, I hope you'll understand. A future which I hope is... Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We got our asses kicked. Does it matter?
The chances of failing this mission. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was... I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in. Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Doctor, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth. Over the years, the reactor is closed, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on While I am not overly fond of putting my...
yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires...
I don't know that...
Dr. Holdren, it is, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What? Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
I had no idea.
I know this is... I'm sorry, Mother. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of...
What would it mean to be in charge?
Most divisions of the Institute, where those divisions... There's no question that... That's why I'd like you to... There are hard decisions ahead.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
I hope you realize how important mass fusion is to our overall goal.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Allie.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this...
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I could handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate, but here we are.
Sure.
Not to put more pressure. We don't want them getting... Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Dr. Fillmore.
So, what can I do for the future director of the Institute?
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Allie.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some...
Of course. Recent event, we're going to have to cut some corners. You're going to the mass...
What's a beryllium...
The details would be lost. You just keep me...
Right. Is that really necessary? I'm sure...
Yes, it really is.
No way. You're not going.
Well, that's about the most insulting... Okay, you're on your own then. Good luck. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. We don't want them getting the agitator before we... Head on up to the relay.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Unit X688 speaks
Dr.
highly of your
Fillmore.
combat skills.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here.
Of course. Recent events, we're going to have to cut. You're going to the map.
What's a beryllium?
The details would be long. You just keep me safe.
No way.
Well, that's about the most. Okay, you're on your. Not to put more pressure on you. We don't want them getting.
Sure.
Head on up to the reef.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Search the area.
Target located.
I'm hit! No mercy.
No, please.
Keycard. That'll come in handy. I don't see the beryllium agitator anywhere. They must have moved it.
Calm down, Noel. You knew that this was coming. I don't understand why you're acting this way.
Don't tell me to calm down, Carl. When we started designing the beryllium agitator, you said it would be for the benefit of mankind. Instead, I find out that you have been planning on turning it over to the military all along. You lied to me.
Don't give me that high and mighty attitude. Have you picked up a newspaper lately? There's a war going on out there, Doctor. And if our side's going to win, it needs all the help it can get.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Since when did science start taking sides? What did they promise you, Carl? Money? Political favor?
Nice.
That's enough.
Going down.
Long live the brother.
Feel mine.
Area sweep, now! Caught you! Contact lost. We need reinforcements!
Make it.
For honor. Glory. Elder Maxon.
Blow the conduit! Now! Right here.
Turn it down! Damn it!
That's it. Nice.
Going down.
Something's out there.
Keep their heads down. Damn it, my arm! Ad Victorium. No mercy.
Ad Victorium.
Got it. Yes.
Could have sworn. Bah.
Sweet.
Who's that?
Must have been nothing.
Wait, what was that? Aha! No!
False alarm, I guess.
Yes.
Who's there? Been hearing things all day.
Oh, no, you don't.
The heck? What was that?
I must be daydreaming.
Wait, what was that?
Intruder alert!
Field. Too fucking easy.
What is it?
Sweet.
I'm through.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence.